back to the model, the 15 elements. Let's rock and roll through some of these. Internal customers. Internal customers. Who are your internal customers? I call them internal customer-supplier relationships. Who are your internal customers? Anyone? Therapists and people that work in your facility. They're internal. And what I like to do is I have a number of, again, remember I said about leadership? I love structure. I'm typically not a structured kind of person. As you can see, I'm quite animated. But when it comes to leadership, I want to find ways that I can put teams of people together internally so they can talk and communicate and find solutions. The best solutions to your problems come from your staff. Even for the people sitting in the room that are very autocratic and Napoleons, any Napoleons in the room, believe it or not, a lot of good solutions do come. Some of the groups that I put together, I call it the front-back work group. What do you think that is? Internal customer suppliers. Who do you think the front and back is? Front desk and backroom operation, billing collection. I call them the front back. It's a work group. They come together, they meet monthly, they look at their dimensions of performance. What are they looking at? They're looking at their service, they're looking at their billing collections performance metrics on a regular basis. They're talking about their issues. They're talking about the documentation issues at the front desk, et cetera, et cetera. Front back work group, internal customer suppliers. Clinical directors, I believe they should meet at least quarterly if you have multiple clinical directors. I know some of you are huge, some of you are smaller, but again, putting people in the room, structured. I have the actual agenda. We do leadership oversight group meetings around the 5 buckets. Very structured. This isn't a free-for-all. We come, all the clinical directors follow all the 5 buckets and the agenda items that fall within each. Afternoon tea with the PT, any idea what that might be? These phraseologies. Internal customer supplier. So the office manager may take a front staff PT for tea, for lunch. How's it going? What's happening? What can I do to help you? I am your customer, okay? You're my customer, I'm your supplier. How's it going? What can I help you to get your documentation done on time? What are we doing, not doing? With me, internal customer supplier relationships. Very structured. Okay, find out who they are, what they need, build the service. Again, point of the matter in this message is internal customers. Element 1, Disney's the master of this. They do these work groups. Staff. Forget about the managers. These are staff-driven. Okay, frontline staff coming together, talking about their issues. They know where the problems are. All right. So again, we can't service and wow your external customers till you do it internally. All right, that's the message. External customers, patients. Our patients seek less pain, better range of motion, improved ADLs, get back to work quickly, wellness, fitness, rehab. They have definite expectations on how services should be delivered. Your patients, clearly in their own mind, right, wrong, or indifferent, have expectations of what they believe the care should be. For those of you that are in hospital settings, I think you might appreciate this little story. If I were to go to your facility, let's say you have a contract-based service in a hospital setting, and we were to ask the patients, what is the most important thing that you as a hospital patient consider if I asked you about the quality of care? What do you think the #1 response from hospital-based patients would be?
The food.
Oh my God. I sure hope they admit me to the hospital. What's your problem? You don't look sick to me. No problem. I just enjoy hospital food. Boy, you are sick. Right, sir. Food. What? Are you kidding me? Here's the connection. It's back to that technical service connection again. Patients, they cannot determine your clinical skills and competencies. They cannot. Okay? I work with surgeons. I work with orthopedic surgeons. I work with family physicians. I work, in all healthcare settings, home care. And it's fascinating to talk to the clinicians about this. Is your patients are ranking and rating you based on your care, compassion, the service that you provide, food, care, kindliness. Hospitalized patients know what a good hamburger tastes like or should taste like. Okay? They're not really sure what good clinical skills or competencies should really be. So that's the point of this message.